Hey, and welcome back to A Date with Dietitians.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Today we're going to talk about natural GLP-1 stimulation or things you can do, whether or not you are taking one. And we're going to talk about some foods that help stimulate your natural GLP-1 and why they do. One of my favorite little recipes. And I've got a product I'm excited to share because it goes all the way back to the manger, one of the ingredients in it. And let's see, I'm going to talk about some GLP-1 antagonists, and probably you can guess what some of those might be. And Kerin is going to have lots of questions and
I'm taking
comments.
notes like the best
Taking,
intern
and then
ever.
I do have a little plan I kind of made up from listening and reading all the research that I'm going to try myself. I mean, I try, but I do want to say, like, there's only so many hacks you can do, So I'm just going to share a bunch of information and you can do with it what you want. I think it's interesting, most of all.
So this podcast is just for your entertainment and maybe a little bit of learning.
Yes, this is
We're not writing
entertainment.
prescriptions
This is not medical advice. You gotta go see your own doctor.
or
So
dietitian.
this is, yes, for entertainment purposes. Thank you for your disclaimer, as always. And we have been gone for a long time. We did have a big
Yeah.
hiatus. So we're going to try not to do that again because this
Lot
is
going on.
important. This
I
is
went to
important to us.
Kenya.
Hmm.
She stayed at home and went to Atlanta,
Went to
which
Atlanta.
is similar to Kenya in some ways.
The driving. I also had a wildlife issue that
She had
really
and that was
kept
another
me
thing is she had a wildlife
very,
issue.
very busy, and then Atlanta, and then you're going on a mission trip. I mean, that's exciting. I do want to hear more about that. And did you learn any fun nutrition things there, what they eat?
You know what? One thing I did learn because my
What?
kids went with me is when you're hungry and there's nothing else to eat, you'll eat whatever you're given.
So when my dad said,
That is
if you,
true. And I think it's because like days on end, like, and you're out and you're working and you're working and you're like hot and tired and you're like, wow, rice and beans and whatever is in that stew looks
it's
great.
delicious. I mean, that's an interesting observation. But true. I don't know. That's the hardest decisions of my day are what am I going to wear? I don't know if that's harder than what am I
Is
going
it
to
still
eat.
what are you gonna make for dinner? Because I'm hoping when the kids leave and it's just me and Gary, it won't be. I mean, that seriously as a mom is probably the most stressful thing to me.
What's for dinner?
Yes.
No, I mean, I like to cook, so I am gonna try and do mom's her classic meatloaf, which is so good, but the gluten-free version of it on my next cooking video.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I cannot
Mhm.
wait.
So,
That'll be good.
and there
That'll be
happens
great.
to be some GLP-1 stimulation in meatloaf. So, okay, so let's
Okay.
see. You want to get into it?
Yeah,
Also,
let's get into it.
do you want to mention our yet another Patreon playlist just in case you're
Yeah.
like we'll repeat this at the end just in case you're a
Yeah.
dietitian or a registered dietitian.
Mhm.
We're doing a special little
Segment.
podcast dedicated to dietitian stuff. So it'll be talking about the CDR, their weird questions, our continuing education. I've got a lot of things.
Um,
Fashion
a,
issues,
a f- a few Facebook groups.
Facebook groups, yeah, because we want to, give you guys like good information so you can make your
Yeah, how to become a
decision.
dietitian. Do you want to become
Hmm.
a dietitian?
Yeah, and we're both registered dietitians. Like
Yes.
we went through it.
Different kinds of dietitians.
Like we're real. I'm here. I'm not really a cat.
I'm not a cat.
Okay.
We
Oh,
should do an entire podcast one time
okay, that's our
with like
favorite cat lawyer, which maybe you
with
people
with having
remember
the cat as our
from
face.
COVID trying to do against him. So I've got my tag. I
She's
have your
legit. Oh,
badge?
look, it still has the Duke, right? Is it Duke?
It does. Yes. The little U thing. Yeah. So yes, that's
Look
a
at her
fancy
dark
tag.
hair. It's there you go. There you go.
Like take a picture. Look.
There you go. I was talking to someone the other day, John. I think it was John that does my hair, and he was like, "She used to have dark hair," and I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Can't picture her with dark hair." So
Wow.
apparently, you look like just a natural blonde.
Well, it gives me a lot of fun because, if I make a mistake, I'm just like, oops, what were you thinking? What did you think?
I'm still celebrating the 200th 250th anniversary. Did you see my
I'm
mug?
celebrating it all year. My flags are staying up. I've got some extra decorations. Okay, so without further ado, so what is a GLP-1? And like natural compared to the medicine. Do you want to explain it or do you want me to?
I want you to do it.
Okay, you know why I was hesitant about the GLP-1 because it's got that analog amino acid, right? So these are
Mhm.
natural GLP-1s made in your intestinal mucosa, and they are different from the medication because the medication is not broken down by your body nearly as quickly. I feel like the halfway found it somewhere. I mean, it's really short for the natural GLP-1, but why not stimulate your own if you can? I mean, in addition, if you're taking one, and I decided if I was going to take a GLP-1, it'd be the tirzepatide. So so I'm not anti the GLP-1 medication. This is just an adjunct and interesting information. So there is quite a long list of GLP-1 stimulators. So let's just go over real quickly what does the GLP-1 little hormone do? Whether it's the synthetic or it's the one you're making on your own. So it tells your brain you're full slowly, like grandma said. It takes about 15 to 30 minutes to turn off the hunger signals. And there is microbes in your microbiome involved in that. So the GLP-1 it slows digestion, which is why you're not so hungry when you're on the medication, but the natural one does too. And it tells your pancreas to release insulin so glucose doesn't spike. So that's what it does. So the medication is just long lasting and kind of tricks your body, where this is very short lived. So what are some ways you can stimulate it? And then I have my favorite little recipe I like to use. So there's a whole long list. Number one is protein. So there you go. My favorite macronutrient. Well, I can't say that. I think protein I like most, then fat, then carb. And what about you, Karen? What's your favorite
What's my
order?
favorite one to eat, or what's my favorite one with my nutrition brain?
Okay, mine is both. So my favorite one is like meat, steak. Like
So, unfortunately, am I have a tendency to be carbophilic. Like,
I
I
am
have
too, girl.
insulin issues. If I don't keep it under wraps, I have to control how much carbohydrate and I ate it at all. But if I was to just, like, let myself do whatever I
Free
wanted,
range.
I would eat carbs all day long and feel terrible, absolutely terrible.
It's an
And then
addiction.
I don't know when to quit either. I It's just the more I want, and so but which one do I feel better with? Which one makes my body move better? Which one do I perform better with? Protein, for sure.
I was just curious.
Mhm.
You guys' favorite macronutrient?
So protein is what I'm focused on these days. Yep.
So yeah, so protein is going to stimulate your natural GLP-1. So where can you find protein? Meat, eggs, fatty fish, protein, fatty fish because of the fatty acids. So like salmon, tuna. I do try to have salmon or tuna once a week. I must always do. Legumes, avocados, extra virgin olive oil, the polyphenols, and that'd probably be my favorite category of natural GLP-1 stimulators because polyphenols include all my favorite foods except besides protein, coffee, dark chocolate, red wine, cherries. So I don't know why can't I lose weight? I'm eating a ton of polyphenols and EVO and
Well,
fatty fish and protein. Well, I don't know. I
well,
don't know. I'm not convinced our shapes aren't supposed to change once we get to be a certain age. Maybe to keep us safe in case we get sick.
yeah,
Cruciferous vegetables, and those help detox. Like if you got extra estrogen kind of compounds floating around, I guess. Made a note
which
of
work
that.
against it.
I thought that was interesting. Walnuts, almonds, and pistachios in particular. And then I did pick my top favorite three, so I'll do those last. Soluble fiber, so it's just basically fruits and vegetables. no cardboard, kind of stuff. Um, Inulin.
Mhm.
Do you know where you can find inulin? I thought this was interesting, and I eat quite a bit of it probably. It's a compound found in chicory, asparagus, garlic, onions. Just kind of weird foods. Okay, probiotics, cinnamon.
I didn't know it was in cinnamon.
Yeah. And there's some botanicals like ginseng and that kind of thing.
And a
Ginseng
lot
is
of people
one.
have started doing it as a supplement.
What? Ginseng?
No, inulin.
Inulin. Well, I mean, I eat probably garlic every day somehow. And I eat onions. Just me. I probably eat a whole bag a week. But daddy, sweet onions. They don't make you cry. Omega-3 fatty acids, that goes back to your fatty fish. Fermented foods. I've got the Manuka honey. Is that the correct pronunciation?
Manuka.
Is that the way you say it?
Yeah.
So let's see. Before I say my little plan that I made up for myself, I do want to talk about some inhibitors. So, what can you guess what might be an inhibitor of making your own GLP-1? And then I'm going to say my favorite three. What's one thing I really hate and strive not to have in my diet?
Seed oils.
Yes, seed oil. So somehow they inhibit or antagonize the production of your natural. That makes sense to me because they're just disruptive in general, the
Yeah.
way they're shaped. They don't need to
Yeah.
be in our bodies. Corn syrup, probably because it spikes insulin, I would guess. And ultra processed food, which gets to that omega
Mhm.
6 to 3 balance. So, did you not look up what the average balance is or the average ratio is when it should be like 1 to 1 in the American diet? Isn't it
What are you
something
talking about?
crazy? Omega 6 to omega 3. Gosh, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you guys don't either.
Oh, yeah. I just didn't know you wanted me to
Oh,
look it
because I
up.
was talking about the ultra processed foods.
So, the typical Western diet has about a 15 to 1 to 20 to 1 ratio.
It should be 1 to 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're okay with 4 to 1, but and they say, I mean, the omega 6 is the
2 to
first
1.
one in that number.
Yeah.
So, basically, we're eating not enough of the 3s by a long shot and
Right.
way too many of the 6s. And what are the 6s in? Seed oil
Crap. Yeah. Ultra
and
processed food.
processed foods. That's what they're in.
Mhm.
And that's
Yeah.
really the only way we're getting is in probably the processed foods. I mean,
I mean, you need to read labels.
they just sneak in. It's not like
Mhm.
you're really cooking with them. I mean, I just wanted to get back to the inulin because that is something that a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
people do take as a supplement, and you can take 2 to 3 grams a day. You can put it's like a powder or a pill. I mean, a lot of people are doing it. So, it helps support your gut health because it's a prebiotic.
Right.
I mean, just think of it as fiber. What is a prebiotic? It's something that
Basically fiber, yeah.
feeds the microorganisms.
And that's
So,
why I don't like some of the gums because I think they're gonna feed the wrong kind
yeah,
of organism and cause
yeah,
discomfort.
yeah,
But that's a good thing. I didn't know it was a thing to take that because I
yeah.
figure I eat enough. I eat a lot of asparagus. Is that what makes asparagus stinky?
No,
Not the genetic thing. I mean, when you're cooking it.
no.
Chicory. I mean, I do have chicory.
I don't use what?
Dandelion. I
Who?
mean,
You use chicory?
yeah, and dandelion tea. Yeah, I do.
Is that all you use it for is tea?
Oh, I do like that dandelion cleanse thing. Didn't I show you that from our formulary? I ran out of it though. So, okay, so my tried, and I'm not saying that this is any magical thing, but apple cider vinegar has some interesting properties. So I'm going to say my favorite top three natural GLP-1 stimulators besides protein is going to be apple cider vinegar, which I'm going to talk about a little bit, and berberine, which Karen introduced me to many years ago. I'm going to start taking that again when my order comes in because I definitely felt a difference when I was taking it like I should, like you're supposed to. But again, I don't wanna be doing 100 different things a day, so and this is another thing I'm gonna try just because of my celiac is L-glutamine twice a day, 5 grams to help with gut health. So those are my favorite out of all that I researched. The apple cider vinegar, and that works, and there's actual reasons it works because if you can have it a little bit before a meal, if you can remember, and I do like to have this in the late morning. Anyway, it slows gastric emptying, so that makes sense. It inhibits or slows down your starch digestion, so it'll keep your insulin from going up faster than maybe it normally would. And that just gives you a better insulin response. So there's actual reasons apple cider vinegar has effects. So
Mhm.
my favorite little recipe is about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and I put it in this teapot where you simmer it. So I've got a piece of cinnamon. Then I also put in, if I have it, a little slice of ginger. And then I let the hot water steep in that. And then I pour it in a glass and add the teaspoon or tablespoon of vinegar, lemon, and honey. Now, if you want to stimulate your metabolism a little bit, you can add a little bit of cayenne pepper. It's a little spicy though, but that's supposed to stimulate your metabolism. So those are my favorite. The other thing I want to share about that I've tried, and people do buy this over and over. This is my favorite night lotion. I use in addition to all the other things I use.
I
Probably
can't
can't
see it.
see
Hold
it.
it closer to your camera. Can you tell me what it's called? There, I can see it. Something myrrh.
It's myrrh. It's for mature skin, because I'm gonna be focused on stuff for mature people mostly in
And what
this
does it do?
podcast. For mature skin, it smooths and regenerates, and it just feels so good. And it's over 25 years. There's more than that in it, but I think it works
Over
really well. It
25
just
years of what? Like
they've
that bottle's
been
25 years old?
yes. It's 2000. This is from they gave this to Mary.
2,000 years old.
I do have frankincense drops, and I'll have to say, like, I put this on, let this sink in. Then I take the frankincense drops, and those,
Oh,
like, open your sign. It's so refreshing. So that's my something tried.
can I before you move on, I wanna do something, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think I was just gonna do my little routine to fit all this stuff in to make it easy.
I just wanted to say one thing about berberine before you go on.
Go ahead.
So berberine is a little tricky, and we had talked about you had asked me back and forth the dosage and blah, blah, blah. You have to start off a little slow and gradually work your way up because it can cause some problems GI wise. And experts say try to take it with a meal or maybe even right afterwards to try to blunt that sugar
Yes.
spike. Because really you're trying to keep your glucose from spiking.
Even, yeah.
400
I just
milligrams.
take the 500 and I
Okay.
start with
So start
1.
with that once a day for a few days and do it after a meal and check for like a stomach upset and then increase slowly and see if you can get to like 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams a day, which would be one.
That would be 1 with each meal,
Right. But don't do that immediately because it really can cause some gas, diarrhea,
that
cramping.
kinda thing.
Uh-huh.
I just like
Like a
it because
higher
it's an
dosage.
overall I think it's an overall, like, Chinese medicine they use for a lot of different things, so I like that. Maybe I wanna do a whole little show on berberine because it really is interesting. It increases AMPK production,
Mm-hmm.
and it supports the good biome. So I think it's fascinating, and it's been around for thousands of years.
Glucose in it. I'm sorry. Doesn't have gluten. Sorry. Go ahead, Ann. That's
Okay,
my
so I'm
little
gonna
side.
wrap this up. And then, but what are we gonna talk about next? 'Cause I just want to do my little plan to like fit some of this stuff in without going crazy and doing, 30 million hacks
Well,
a
I feel
day.
like we do have more we could talk about with the GLP-1s if we wanted to do another on that. What have you had any requests?
I mean, I kind of changed my
I
opinion
had a
on them.
request on
So
branched chain amino acids.
I do like amino acids. I mean, it's my favorite.
We could just, do one just on branched chain amino acids.
I do want to talk about fat I do want to talk about the changing
You have been
parameters.
sneaking in like the omega-3s, and you always want to talk about the ratio.
Seed oils.
I mean, we could talk about some
Because
fat.
people, all your cell membranes are made with phospholipids.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
fat.
we might just surprise you. I don't know.
I also want to talk about the changing standards for diagnoses. Like,
Oh, that's a big one. And lab
I
values.
remember doing
Lab
the
values
blood
are a
pressure
big
with
one that I want
labs.
to talk about.
Yeah. So,
What
okay.
labs should you be asking your doctor for,
Mm-hmm.
or just paying for out of pocket that are important for you to know and follow on your own? Because some
And I want
doctors.
to talk about some celiac stuff too.
Okay.
So,
Well,
anyway, I'm
good.
going to try and make a handout, these
That's very
AI.
old school, Ann. Are you
Well,
gonna make it
young
on a
lady,
mimeograph
the
machine?
next thing back in the day when dietitian, it's more
We had
than a
to walk
40
to
years.
school uphill both
I
ways.
did. And we didn't even have computers. We had to look up food by hand in books. But if you're a dietitian, please stay tuned for Dietitian Corner because we have some funny things to talk
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
I can't wait.
Next, we're going down the rabbit hole.
Yes. No, it's not a hole.
The rabbit trail.
It's
Sorry.
a trail. This is a family show, Karen.
Yes, this is a family show.
Oh my
All right,
God.
thank you.
All right. Wait, no, I didn't do my little plan. So you don't have to think for
Well, do
me
your
as hell.
plan. Do your plan.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. I have to do a lot of editing, I guess. Okay. So the little plan, so you don't want to have to remember all these, is this is what I try to do because it meets other goals I have of my increased protein intake. Okay. So since protein, natural trigger, try to have protein in every meal, 20 to 40 grams, right? Have some fiber. Okay. That's easy. Have some vegetables or salad. Throw in some fermented foods, a pickle, if you're too lazy, some kimchi. I do have a kimchi warning. Keep it sealed double in your fridge or your whole house will smell. Don't depend on what it comes in from the store. Okay, so proteins, some vegetables, fiber, throw in some fermented stuff. If you can remember to have some apple cider vinegar before, whatever, maybe put it in your cocktail. I was thinking of that. I'm like, would that work if I added apple cider vinegar to my evening cocktail before dinner? I don't know. And the healthy fat. So have a healthy fat with your dinner. Olive oil, avocado. So I mean, I don't think that's too hard. Well, let
You
us
can
know
do
what you
it. You can do
think.
it.
And remember, eat food.
Eat your
Thank you
food.
so much for listening. We're so happy for every single person. And share. Like we always forget to say that. Can you subscribe and share it?
Subscribe
Help you?
and yeah, thank you.
Like? We're learning.
Have a great
We're learning.
day.
All right. Have a healthy day. Thanks for watching.